Hi everybody, Arthur with Team 21 Studio. My microphone wasn't picked up during the Tavern Talk. Any of the questions that I answered weren't grabbed. What I've done is I've edited everything together so that any of the questions answered by the team have all the audio for it, and any of the questions answered by me, I've just gone through, pulled those answers, I've made title cards for them, and then I'm going to answer them in voiceover, and we're just going to have some clips of the rest of the Tavern Talk playing. I hope you all enjoy the video. Thank you very much for watching it.
When I was looking at this game and I first saw it, and I saw the trailer, I was really like, okay, this is going to be nice.
Can you talk about your plans moving forward for the classes? Because I can see a lot of fun things here. But what about healers? Are there already some of the classes going to be healers, or will there be healers?
But yeah, well, it's supposed to be more of an open class system, so you can change. Kind of like what other games have implemented already, where you can kind of change weapons to change classes, and that'll and different armor types will work better for different types. And then there'll be like a whole skill tree that'll go down each class system. And yeah, there's going to be healers. There's going to be DPS like glass cannon builds, tank builds. We want to do stuff like assassins and whatnot too. So.
Assassins, yeah.
That's cool. Are any of the currently announced classes going to have a healer spec as in current plans? I know it's super early.
So it's more like we want you to be using your class is going to be based on what's in your hands. So if you have a staff of healing in your inventory and you want to whip it out and change your kind of spec to be a healer, you can do that. Or if you want to bust out your broadsword and your shield, now you're a warrior. So it's not really fixed classes, and you can come up with different combinations. That's our current thinking.
Joe.
Yes.
Did you make the swords as well?
Well, I didn't make the sword model, but I did the functionality of the swing detection and so on.
Yeah, I like how the the effects that come off of it when you're running.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice. I just want to let you know I like that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because we put that on there because we wanted to let you know when you're doing the appropriate velocity to hit something.
Right. You should find if you turn the sword flat so that you're swinging with the flat of the blade, you won't get a weapon trail no matter how fast you swing it, because that's just not a valid way to use an edged weapon.
So guys, I got a question about loot. And that's like, okay, so outside of like raids and dungeons and everything, let's you're just exploring the open world with your friends. As you come across some place you climb, you find a secret cavern and it has a chest in it. But you are like 4 people. If you open the chest and take what's inside, for the other people, will that chest be open and empty? Or is there the item, or is it a local? Like for each person, there's an item in the closed chest.
So currently, it's client-side only loot. Because it's easy to keep from people griefing. But yeah, we were thinking about doing world. But then with world loot, you have to have like different like party related options for how you're splitting the treasure, right?
Yeah,
it's like round robin or.
Because I like the idea of client side loot, because Neverwinter does that with it, although it's like with dungeons and stuff. But
I really like the way Neverwinter does. Like every dungeon run, there's a little chest, and that's how you end the dungeon, and you always get something out of it. And then there's always like little hidden chests everywhere that everybody can loot too. Neverwinter is my favorite loot system. So yeah, I'll probably, unless if we may like ask the server before we like finalize anything for pre-alpha.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I like the idea of like being anti-griefing, basically.
Same. Yeah. To me, it's like cruise control for anti-griefing. Like you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to put in all these things or like balancing options and stuff in it. But I mean, then there's also like, does that break immersion? Like probably. Maybe. I don't know.
But you could also offset it with like having some PvP chests later that are, like everybody can see, and then have people fight over that and give a little bit of both.
Oh yeah.
Are you planning to make all things come down again? So when you shoot like arrows in the air or like ice missiles or something, do they come down?
They'll be art, gravity with the arrows and stuff. For magic, it kind of feels like those should just fly off.
Fizzle out. Yeah.
And
I
when it comes
agree.
back down, does it do damage?
Yes.
In other words,
Yes.
can you shoot yourself? Yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, right
exactly.
before you spawn a raid boss, just shoot like 30 arrows in the air. One
Yeah, exactly.
spawn.
You get me.
I know there's dragons in the game, but could we get more dragons, please?
Dragon race. More dragons. Dragons.
No, we need any updates on like playable races and stuff. Like, is there a dragonborn character or something? I know we've been talking about cat girls. Hint, hint.
Gnome.
That's a
Gnome.
necessity, or else no one's buying this game.
I do want to note that one of my only wishes is just a comically sized, like, mule mount, like a little donkey that's just really small. Like, I'm obviously too big.
You have odd dreams.
Found the Doug Dimmadome hat, I'm satisfied.
Dimmadome.
Yeah, I saw it. I just couldn't get to the Dimmadome hat.
I thought it was a beacon. I thought it was a beacon until someone said, "What's that beacon?" You're like, "Oh no, it's Doug Dimmadome." I'm like, "Of course it is."
I have
as far
I
as
have a real question though. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sure. I was just going to mention we plan on character creation as well as most world stuff to be as interactive as possible. So I don't know if that answers. We're trying to get away from as much UI as possible and keep it, a very VR interactive experience.
Quick demo.
When it comes to inventory screens, how are you going to manage, like, going through and seeing all of the different, armor pieces and weapons you have, or is it just going to be like in a pile in a chest?
No, we're looking at different. We know that it's one thing we know is that it's important for people in VR to be able to have a mechanic for you to see your own character and the way you look with your different gear on, because we are going to have different item slots, and so we will always provide a way for you to look at yourself. Whether or not that's UI or something world interactive is still to be determined.
So, like, obviously, you're saying the entire world will be explorable. Will there be like boundaries where things will stop and load and carry on, or is everything just like in the same instance?
It should be seamless if we do it right. So the world will be divided into chunks, but you'll never be able to tell.
Okay,
that's
good.
the goal.
Man, it looks. This is, you guys are kicking booty. I don't want to cuss.
Yeah, looks great, man.
Man. That's freaking.
And the shadows that go with it, it's so good.
Yeah, that's the details I like to notice when I was looking at this game and I first saw it, and I saw the trailer. I was really like, okay, this is going to be nice, and you're really getting close to that. I mean, I'm really liking it, and I know we're walking around with test dummies, but I'd like to see maybe a little bit more character look next time. That'd be kind of cool. But thanks a lot, guys. I don't know when's the next time you guys are going to do a big fundraiser, but expect some from me, okay? I got my stimulus check. Yeah. Got
Shut up and take my money.
There you go. Exactly. You guys have a nice one, okay?
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much, man.
Happy Memorial Day, man.
No problem.
Joe, hey, appreciate you, Joe, Art, Xander, Drew, all you guys. You guys are doing an amazing job, man. So keep going.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate you guys too.
Yeah,
can't wait
for this
to
being
see you
a
guys
pre-alpha build, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Pre-alpha.
Yeah, this was
I
awesome.
just want to mention that I'm very satisfied with the progress made so far. I like the transparency of the team, being able to know a little bit about what's going on. I know everything can't be said at once, but it's nice to hear from y'all and see all the work that's been done. And it's very much appreciated. I can see that a lot of time and effort and love has gone into this project, and I'm just looking forward to seeing it in the future.
You can see from the video that we are currently testing a gesture-based magic system, but we are exploring other options for magic in Ilysia as well. As for mana, we have considered both a mana pool for magic as well as a cooldown system. Our biggest concerns are that magic is balanced and fun to use. Our thought on the team is that a standard arrow could have an infinite quantity, but a lower damage. Special arrows would either have a cooldown or a limited quantity. And as for where arrows come from, they could either come from a quiver on your back or side or appear in your hand as you pull your bowstring back. Our current plan is that any horizontal surface on natural objects, buildings, and decorations will be climbable. There will also be ropes that players will be able to climb in the game as well. Currently we're using client-side only loot to help cut down on creeping. There are other options for loot, and we are happy to explore them as we continue development of Ilysia. We have plans for a PvP arena where players can meet up and openly fight. As for World PvP, we believe that players should be able to opt in and out of PvP. However we would handle that, of course, is still under development. Swords and melee weapons work on a velocity system, and able to do damage, players will actually have to swing their weapons in a smooth, forceful motion for a hit to register. For melee weapons that have blades, such as swords, axes, and knives, only the sharp edge will do damage to a target. Yes, we do have a roadmap, and it gets updated fairly regularly. Though it may never become public, our Tavern Talks, of which we have recently decided to start holding weekly, should give a very good look at our current and future progress in Ilysia.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
And
you.
Thank you, Tavern Talk.
Thank you.
very much.
You guys have been doing a fucking amazing job for you.
Yeah, well done.
This is insane.
Yeah, without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you did a great job. Hopefully next time we can kill something.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time, it's crazy to think that next time is going to be actually in game.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, yeah.
Can't
Oh,
wait.
I'm so excited for it already.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, just let me know like 1 week before so I can take holiday.
Just so,
That's a
just
good
so we
idea.
can prepare our hearts for it.